car detailing. Now we've got a Porsche 911 Carrera in for a paint correction detail. All the wheels are coming off, they're going away for refurbishment. We're going to be doing the full interior of the car, and also this is going to benefit from Gtechniq Crystal Serum Ultra and XOV4 once it's finished. So a lot of work to do on this. I'm going to get it washed now, back in the studio, and I'll catch you later. Get the car lifted up and then get these wheels on. What we're doing this morning, I'm going to send these away for refurbishment. Obviously these are some wheels that we've just had refurbished for one of our customers here. As you can see, looking better than brand new. So that's another bolt-on service that we can offer here at Top Car Detailing. The width of the tyres on this Porsche here, I remember years ago I had a Ford Capri, the old style one, 79, and the tyres were wider than this on the back. We had a jag back axle on, and also we had 20-inch wheels on the back of the car and 18s on the front, so it looked like a dragster. Some car that was 3 litre as well. Well, just goes to show you, well, these tyres, obviously these days, cost an absolute fortune. Look in the back here, see how messed up it is, all bad marks and even rust marks on the internal parts of the wheel, and obviously we've got some curb damage as well on this too. So we'll be getting these refurbished, and I'll show you these later on once we get them back. Now got a Porsche Carrera in for paint correction detail. As you can see here, we've got a hell of a lot of swirl marks and scratches going on in the paintwork. This car is in horrendous condition. Lots of bad marks in the paint on this. We've also got lots of holograms as well going on too. Probably due to the way it's been washed as well. Still lots more going on. Just this area here, as you can see, the deep scratches within the paintwork on the wing on this car. Coming round the back here, even more swirling scratches everywhere. Even on the tailgate here, we've got the air vents too. These are absolutely full of scratches. Car right up in the air and obviously get to all areas. So what we'll do now, we'll clean the wheel arches up internally, get the calipers cleaned up and everything, same at the rear, and then once we've done that we'll be coating the calipers, get them out the way with. But as I say, with having this in our studio, As you can see, we can get access to all areas, plus as well, you're not crouching down and all that sort of stuff, and you don't want to be missing anything. Like the Porsche Carrera has got lots of defects in the paintwork. We've got lots of scratches, holograms and bad swirl marks as well. Probably the way it's been washed as well over time. Some of the marks on the paint on this particular car too are quite deep, and we'll need to do a bit of wet sanding at some point to get rid of them. Right, so what we've done now, we've got the wheels off the car. They've gone for refurbishment and should be back in a few days time. So that's out the way with. So what we'll do now is we're going to lift the bonnet up and start at the front of the car doing the paint correction work first, and then moving backwards. And as I say, with this particular car too, and like all cars we have here, we can get the car up in the air, so when we're addressing for paint correction, we can get at the panel and do it at the right level as well, so there's no messing around, bending down, all that type of thing. And then in that way you're going to miss things and that sort of stuff. So we don't want to be doing that. We're going to be doing this in the right, correct manner that it should be done. Paint correction in a proper car detailing studio. So we're going to start machine polishing now. So quite important, because of the compound that we're using, it does create quite a bit of dust as well. And in the atmosphere, and that's why we need to have respirator, dust mask on, and safety goggles as well. We're on the first cut on the left hand side of the bonnet here on the Porsche Carrera, and on the right hand side see all the swirl marks and hologram. Right, so now we've done the first cut of machine polishing on the bonnet on this Porsche here. You can see now more clarity in the paintwork, got rid of a lot of the defects and everything, and that is using the right pad, the right cutting compound, the right speed and uniformity to do the correction work on this particular car. So now we've got this more clarity here, we've got the feel of what we need to use pad wise, polish and everything else. Then we'll be moving on to the rest of the car to do the correction work on this now. There's more to paint correction than people think, basically, because when you're doing this type of work, not only you've got to consider the lacquer, the paint and all that type of thing, the polishes, the pads, the right machine, etc. to do the correction work, but also you've got to have an understanding about paint, because basically, like we've done the paint correction on this car now, it looks fine and everything, but we know for a fact that this particular panel here has been painted in the past body shop somewhere, so the consistency with the rest of the car, the lacquer etc. would be maybe different, and then this can also cause issues in the paint. So like after you've done say two-stage machine polish on this panel here, we've still got like a bit of shimmering in the paint work. So what we're going to be doing now is getting a different pad, different polish again, to refine this panel even more, to correct it completely so there's no flaws in it whatsoever. And this is the thing here, because like I've been doing this for over 20 years now, this job, and you've got to have an understanding of the basis of all the chemicals that make the paints up, or the understanding of the compounds, what makes them up and everything. And with me having a background as well with chemistry, I understand all them issues and that, and I know exactly what polish pads, etc. to use with the different paint levels, lacquers and this, to do all the correction work. Right, so I must crack on, and we'll get this panel refined a bit more now, and then we should be ready for applying Crystal Serum Ultra shortly. Crystal serum is a very tricky product to work with, and time sensitive, so once we put it on the paintwork, you've got to know exactly what time to actually take the residues off with a microfiber cloth. Right, so we're getting somewhere now. We've got all the bodywork coated in Gtechniq Crystal Serum Ultra and XOV4, fantastic coating. We've got the calipers all coated, Gtechniq C5 wheel armour, front and back. Got all the wheels coated as well now. So what we're going to do is drop the lift down a bit, so we can get these wheels, the car to the right level, so we can get the wheels back on. Right, so moving further on with the progress now, we've got the wheels back on the car, we've got all the tyres dressed as well, and this is looking really smart now at the minute. So I've just got a few more bits and pieces to do. I'm going to drop the car down now, get it back on the ramp, and then we shall be just finishing a couple of bits in the interior, and then the car is all finished. Just to recap on a few things we've done, we've treated all the engine bay compartments here in Gtechniq C4 permanent trim, and that's dyed all the plastic jet black, so that's well protected now for the future. Treated all the carpets inside the boot here, the front, in Gtechniq Smart Fabric as well, so that if anything spills in there, it's not going to penetrate the carpets and cause any damage. Recap on a few things that we've done on the Porsche 911 Carrera S here. We took all the plastic trim off, dyed that jet black as well, and that's got a permanent coating on now. That's hydrophobic, that's going to repel everything. What we also did with this, all the front headlights and the rear lights here had all scratches in, so we machine polished them too, put them right. They're all sealed and coated now. And also the exhaust tips, polished all these up, and they're coated in Gtechniq C5 wheel armour. We also removed all the wheels off the car, sent them away for refurbishment. As you can see, looking better than brand new now. They're all fully coated now, the calipers as well, and all the wheel arches cleaned up. As you would have seen early on in the video, the shots before with the paint on this car and the bonnet, you couldn't see anything in the paintwork. but now this looks like a complete mirror, and it's also fully protected as well for the future. I had to do a major paint correction on this car. All the panels here full of swirl marks and scratches, very deep as well. So overall took a 3-stage machine polish to put this one right. Right, so we've taken a look round the car now inside the studio. What we're going to do now, pull the car outside and have a look at it in the daylight and show you how truly amazing this car looks now. And as I say, lots of hours of machine polishing had to go in on this car to turn it round from a swirl mess back to a mirror finish. Well, another fantastic car to detail at Top Car Detailing, the Porsche Carrera S. You can see now the finish on this car. This is going to certainly stand out from the crowd. If you like any more information on our car detailing services, check out our website at www.topcardetailing.co.uk, or give me a ring personally where I can give you the right advice moving forward for your car. Anyhow, I'll be back soon with another nice car. Catch you later.